fellas haven't got 1% between them. And then one guy starts talking about travellers. Right? He's a racist, and he starts talking about travellers, and he wins 342,717 votes in the presidential election, which is roughly 20%. He went from 0 to 20 in a fortnight. Staggering performance. Is he a racist? I don't know. But clearly, there are 342,717 other racists. And if you extrapolate that to the population as a whole, there's about 750,000 racists based on that. Okay? So, now, the one television program which has a wonderful escutcheon for handling difficult issues, the Late Late Show. We can remember condoms, we can remember Bishop Casey, we can remember all those stories. So Casey goes on the Late Late. Casey is assassinated on the Late Late Show. The presenter doesn't ask him one single question. The audience is rigged, and he's annihilated. Now, is he very good on television? No. But I remember watching it and thinking, you know, my hero Winston Churchill wouldn't have got out of this. There's no way he can get out of this because it's rigged. Now, in my view, the producer should have resigned. In actual fact, I think the Director General should have resigned because the program was so wrong in terms of what we believe our media should deliver for us. Where in that studio was a representative of the 342,717. There was no representative of them. It was only a representative of the other side. Now, I have no truck with either side. It doesn't matter to me. I must admit I've met Casey twice. But, like, it doesn't matter. But fairness demands that we have it. So if our radio, television, and newspapers can only give us one side of the story, and where are we? Then it is deeply worrying for us. Now Kennedy, John F. Kennedy, once said, he said, freedom is not lost by bomb or bullet. Freedom is lost by a failure to handle attacks on democracy. And I think that's what's happening. We're actually afraid, because who today would take a job on radio, television, or newspaper and tackle the unpopular story? Who would dare to? If I was 30 years of age today and I was trying to create a career for myself, would I turn around and say, you know what I'm going to do? There's about 6 stories out here. We really have to talk about them. Am I going to do it? Am I going to risk the Twitterati having a field day against me? I'm not. No, I'm not. And would I have empathy and sympathy for that 30-year-old person? I absolutely would. So what are we creating? We are creating people in media who are afraid. Who speaks out? Like, there was a great phrase about homosexuality, and the phrase was, the love that dare not speak its name. Now, homosexuality, in fact, is okay now, you can speak about that, but you can't speak about a whole pile of other things. Like, just 2 weeks ago, a woman of a transgender child complained to the police that another lady had not referred to her transgender child by the appropriate pronoun. Okay? She was interviewed, firstly by the police, on a possible charge, it didn't happen, it was nonsense, on a possible charge of incitement to hatred. So what we have is a really, really serious situation. We have a situation in which people are afraid to speak. I actually thought that only happened in totalitarian regimes. I really only thought that. You know, that the Hitler Youth were going to be spying on my granny was she listening to the radio. That's right. Now, what can I say? What can I do? And that applies to all of us. So what happens if none of us speak? What happens if there is no alternative view? If the only view is the accepted view of what might be described as the liberal left or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. But whatever it's called, it's saying there's only one message. It's our message. And if you step outside that message, we don't want to hear about it. So, I'm here because the right to be here is important. It's not what I say, or it's not what I do. It's that I have the right to be here. And I will do that every single time as long as there is breath left to my body. Thank you. I certainly don't want to dominate the proceedings, but I'm happy to take questions if anybody has a question. Yes?
You mentioned Trump and Clinton.
Yeah.
One thing that needs to be found out is what amount of money did the Irish government give to the Clinton Foundation? 150 million or something like that. The Clinton Foundation is corrupt. It has been closed out. That needs to be asked and answered. The other one about Trump, there has been a coup going on in America for the last 50 years. And Trump was at the last minute approached to stand. But you will always hear Trump saying, the military, the military, the military. The military were planning a coup in America for 20 years.
That sounds like a statement rather than a question. Is there a question mark at the end?
But no, I was just taking your view on it.
I don't know, like, you see, part of the problem is I don't know, and I don't profess to know. But the thing is that newspapers, radio and television have resources. That's what research is about. And like, that's what Woodward and Bernstein famously did when there was no story. They dug and they dug and they dug. Personally, Clinton's in Dundee. I mean, Clinton's over. I mean, there will be no investigation in Clinton. There will be, like, you can forget it. It's just not going to happen. And to be honest, I'm not sure what value it has, other than the people who think that he's a crook and that the whole foundation is not really the real McCoy, and I don't believe it is the real McCoy. We will get some kind of certainty. I'm not sure it matters. That's the point. I'm far more concerned when I pick up my paper in the morning, what am I going to read? Anybody else? Yes? There?
Yeah, hi.
Come to me.
I just wanted to ask, would you agree with this analogy, like that? I served this country for 24 years before, and I served overseas in the United Nations, which I have great respect for. But now I'm looking at the media, and the media are saying, if you're an Irish nationalist or any sort of nationalist, you're a white supremacist. And I know I'm not a white supremacist. I know I'm not a racist, but I am a nationalist. So this is what vexes me about the media. And I just wonder, would you agree with that analogy? This is what the media are trying to do. The people that would think like me, like.
Yeah, you've asked me a very dangerous question, which is going to get me hanged. So therefore, if it had any sense, I wouldn't answer it. That's probably not me. The issue...
I'm sorry, but just with that, like Sinn Féin, which would hold that they were nationalists for years, now they're EU liberals.
Yeah. I've consciously said last week I didn't come here to talk about the EU, and I didn't come here to support the organisation. I came here to accept from a friend the invitation to speak about something I do know something about, which is the media. The issue of immigration is incredibly serious and important. And I think we are the greatest charlatans in the world in relation to immigration. You might remember when Merkel said, everybody come on in to Germany, with doors open, everybody come in, it effectively ended her career, because the rest of Germany didn't think it was a great idea that everybody had come in.